Hi guys, I'm Teddy from Beading, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful beaded bracelet. If you like it and you're new here, it's a good idea to subscribe and never miss a video like that. Okay, and if you wanna support me and make me do more tutorials, please like, share and comment, and I will answer to all of your comments. If you make a beautiful piece of jewelry following my tutorials, please share it on my Facebook page, because I'll be so happy to see your creations. Okay, so let me stop talking and start with the list of the materials you're going to need for this project. Okay, so for this project you're going to need 4mm round beads or pearls, and here I use 3 colors of twin beads, or you could use super duo beads as well. Here I use one color of 8/0 seed beads. I use 11/0 seed beads in silver color, and I'm using here Bicones, 3mm Bicones. You could use round beads if you want, but I think it's prettier with Bicones. And of course you're gonna need a clasp for your bracelet. I'm using 2 beading needles size 10, and I use pliers, and you could use fireline, but here for tutorial purposes I use monofilament, which is 0.14mm or 5.5 pounds, and I'm going to start my project by taking an arm span of thread, and I will put my needles on, and I will use my flat nose pliers to squeeze my thread and make it go through size 10 beading needle. So let me start. Okay guys, and now I put my 2 needles on my thread, and now I'm going to start by taking 4 twin beads of this beautiful white color. Okay, and I have them on my needle, and now I'm going to slide them down to the center of my thread. And now what I'm gonna do next is that I'm going to take my needle and I will go around in circle through all of my beads here. Like that. And I'm going to pull. And when I pull, I have something like a cross. Okay, this is what I have. And now I'm exiting from both sides of this bead, and I will take one silver bead here with one of my needles. Okay, I have it on my needle, and I will crisscross both my threads through this silver bead. Okay, like that. And I'm going to slide it down. And when I slide it down, I will fix it here in the center of my flower, and I will go with one of my needles through the inner hole of the opposite twin bead, and I will repeat the same step with my other needle. Okay, like that. And now I have this, I have a cross. Okay, so my next step, I will go with one of my needle through the next twin bead, and then I will go through its outer hole like that, and I will stick my needle, and with my other needle I will go, as I'm exiting here, I will go just through the outer hole of the twin bead, and now my threads are here where I could cross them if I want. So now I will take one of these 4mm beads and I will take one of my needles and I will go through this bead here. I will slide it down, okay, like that. Now take your other needle, you could stick your first one in your mat and cross it. So now you cross your both threads through this beautiful bead here. You see? Okay, now I'm going to go through the next hole, through the outer hole of this cross here, or flower, call it however you like, and I will repeat this with my other string. And now I will stick this one. Now I will take a gray bead, a black bead and a gray bead with one of my needles, and I will go through the next twin bead through its outer hole, okay, like that. Then stick your needle because it's easier and take one gray, one black and one gray and repeat the same step. So if this thread is on your way, move it gently and then go through the outer hole of your next twin, like that. Now your threads are again in a position to cross, and okay, with this one I will take a 4mm bead like that and I will slide it down here, okay. Then stick your needle if it's easier for you, take your other thread like that, and now you're exiting in this direction with your thread, and you could cross your threads through this bead here. Sorry, I'm holding this up like that, but I will show you any important step, don't worry. So now you have this. Now you are in a position to start your next element, and this element will be in the basis of your bracelet, the middle part of your bracelet. It's not difficult, you will see. Okay, so now I'm taking a twin bead. I'm sliding it down, and when I slide it down, pay attention. You're going through this hole, go through the empty hole of the same twin bead, like that. So now you're going through here, then through here, and stick your needle in your mat, and then take one more twin, okay, slide it down and repeat the same step. You're going through this hole, then go through the empty hole of the same twin, like that. And now go with the same needle again through the hole of your next twin, and take your other needle and go also through the hole of your other twin. So you're basically crisscrossing again through those twins, and when you pull you should have this. So remember, from one hole through the other hole and through the next twin. Now you have this. Okay, so now take a twin bead with one of your needles, slide it down, stick your needle in your mat, then repeat this. Take another twin with your other needle and slide it down as well. Now, what you have to do here is that you need to go in circle with one of your needles through all of your beads, and because my thread is okay, and when I pull, here is what I have, and now I will go here, okay, and this is what I have, and I want to repeat the same step with my other thread, because you know the thread is not too thick and I want to reinforce it. So I will go with my other thread as well through my cross here. Now my both threads are exiting from both sides of my flower. Now take one silver bead on one of your needles, and then I will put my bracelet down for a moment, and I will crisscross my threads through this silver bead here, like that. And when I pull gently, sorry for that, when I pull both of my threads together, I will have this. Now my bead is in the middle of my cross here. Okay, and now I will reposition my needles to start beading in this direction. So I will go through the inner hole of this twin, and then I will go through the outer hole of it. Okay, now my thread is here, and I will stick my needle in my mat, and I'm going to repeat this with my other needle. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going through the inner hole of my twin here, I'm pulling, and then I'm going through the outer hole of the same twin, and I pull. Okay, and when I pull, I have my both threads exiting from here. Now what I need to do is the same. Take gray, black, gray, and go through the outer hole of your next twin. Here is what you have on your needle, and go through this hole. Now stick it in your mat. Take your other needle like that, and take again gray, black, and gray. Now go with this needle through the outer hole of this white twin bead here, like you did from the other side of your work, and now you pull. Okay, now you know what is coming next. You need to add your bead, your 4mm bead. So take it and go through it with one of your needles and slide it down like that. Okay, and it's here now. Okay, now take your other needle and go to crisscross your threads through it. Okay, and do it gently. And now I have this. Now I will repeat this pattern one more time, and then I'll leave it to you to finish your bracelet. Okay, so I'm taking a twin bead, I'm sliding it down, and as I'm going from this hole, now I'll go through the empty hole of the twin bead, and I'm pulling and sticking my needle in my mat. Then I'm going to take one more twin bead and I'm sliding it down, and as I'm going through this hole, I will go through its empty hole, through its other hole, just like that. And I'm pulling, and when I pull, I have this. Okay, and now I will go through the hole of my next twin bead, and then with my other needle I will do the same. And basically what I do is that I'm crisscrossing my threads to both of those twin beads. Now what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to take two twin beads and I will go with one of my needles back through those first two beads. Okay, like that. And I'm pulling, and I'll stick my needle in my mat, and I'm going to repeat this with my other thread. So I'm going in circle because I want to make it tight, like that. Encircle through all of my beads here. Okay, like that. Okay. And when I pull, I have this. Okay, now you know what to do. Now it's time to add our middle seed bead. So take it, slide it here where your thread is. And in this step you could leave your work down there, so it will be easier for you to crisscross your threads like that. So I'm crisscrossing, and now it's time to take my work back up and show you how I'm putting my middle bead. Okay, and I have it here. Now it's time to reposition my thread. So I'm going with one of my needles through the inner hole of this twin bead, and then I'm going through the outer hole. And I will repeat this with my other thread. So I'm exiting here through the inner hole, and then I will go through the outer hole as well, like that. And when I pull, sorry, my thread got stuck here, but I will fix it. Okay, and when I pull, I have this. My thread is going from both sides, from the outer hole of those two twins. So I will take a gray, a black, and a gray again, and I will go through the outer hole of my next white twin, and I will stick my needle in my mat, and then I will take a gray, a black, and a gray, and this is what I have on my needle. And now I'm going through the outer hole of this twin here. Okay, like that. Now what I want to do is take one 4mm bead on my needle, and I'm sliding it down. Then I'm gonna stick my needle in my mat, and with my other needle I will go from the opposite direction, and I'm crisscrossing both my threads through it. Here is one thread and here is the other. I'm crisscrossing. Okay guys, so this is the way you make the middle part of your bracelet, and I will do it and I will be back to show you how we continue and how we add more thread. Okay, and I made 15 elements when I continued beading, and now my thread is almost over, so I'm gonna show you how to end it and add a new one. Okay, and in order to do this, it's a little bit short, but I will do it anyway. So I'm going through some beads and I'm making a loop here, and I'm going twice through that loop and I pull, and this is what we call surgeon's knot. Then I'm going through the next bead and I will repeat this several times. Okay, like that. And here the beads are larger, so I could go twice through them. Okay, now repeat this as many times as you want. Of course, you could do your bracelet with, for example, with 2.5 arm spans without adding new thread, but I prefer to add more thread because it's easier to bead this way. So I did so many knots, 4 knots I think, and I will cut one of my threads. Then I will do the same thing with my other side and I will be back to put a new thread on. Okay guys, and I put an arm span of thread again on my 2 needles, and what I'm going to do here is really simple. Go with one of your needles through this bead here and make sure that your thread is split separately from each side. So take your both needles together like that and make sure this bead is in the center of your work. Okay, and what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to take 3 silver seed beads on one of my needles and I'm going through the next gray bead like that, and I'm pulling really gently. Okay, then what I need next is white twin bead, and I'm going through the outer hole of my gray bead here. Of my black bead like that, and then I will take another white and I'm going through the outer hole of the gray bead, just like that. Okay, and now I will take my 8/0 and I will go through the gray bead here. Okay, then I will continue the same way. I will add 2 white twin beads between the gray and the black here, and I will right after that I will take an 8/0, and as I'm exiting from this gray I will go to the next gray bead, just like that. And now I will take again white and go through the black like that, then another white and go through the gray, and then I will take 1 8/0 and go through the gray again. And I'm going to continue these until the end of my bracelet, and I will repeat the same thing from the other side. Okay, I will do it until the end and I will be back to show you how I continue. Okay guys, and I continue doing this, and this is what I have. And now I'm adding my last white bead here, and I'm pulling, and now I need to add 3 more silvers. Okay, and I have them on my needle. Sorry, one of them fell. Okay, like that. And now I'm going through this middle bead here. Okay, and I'm pulling, and now I will repeat the same thing from the other side, and I will be back to show you how to continue. Okay, and I did it from the other side of my bracelet. Okay, I did the same thing from both sides, and now I'm finishing this row by taking 3 seed beads and going through this middle bead here. Now one of my threads is here and the other one, okay, the other one is there, and now I have this. Okay, my both threads exiting opposite directions. And now I'm going to take 8 seed beads, and I have them on my needle, and now I'm going in circle through this bead again, making a loop, and here will be the ending part of my bracelet where I will attach my clasp. Okay, and go in circle here as many times as you can. For example, 3 or 4 times. So go through those beads and turn your work if it's easier for you. Okay, now I'm going through all of those seed beads here in circle, and I'm pulling gently. Okay, now go down through here, and it becomes harder when you go too many times. Okay, then back through this bead here in the center. Okay, like that. And now turn your work around and go as well through those 3 seed beads here. And when you pull, now you have this. Okay. And now I'm in a position to start my outer row. So now what I'm going to do here is to take 3 silver seed beads, and I will go through this white bead here. Then I'm going to take a black bicone, and I will go through this white twin bead as well. And then I'm going to take 2 seed beads of this beautiful silver color. Okay, I have them on my needle, and I'm going through this white twin bead like that, and I'm going to take 1 more of these bicones, and I'm going through the twin bead here, and then again 2 seed beads and go through the next twin, through its empty hole, and then take 1 more crystal or bicone. You could use Swarovski crystals, by the way, for this project. Okay, and continue this until you end your row, and I will do this and I will be back. Okay, and I finished my row, and now I'm here at my last step. I'm exiting this white bead here, and I'm going to go through those 3 seed beads, and I'm gonna exit this bead here in the middle. And now I'm going to take 8 seed beads. Okay, and I have them on my needle, and now I'm going in circle around this bead here, like that, in circle. Okay, now I have this, and I'm going around one more time through all of my beads to reinforce it. Okay, like that. And now I'm going to leave this side and I will end it by making knots, but first I will make the other part of my bracelet, and then I will make my knots with this part here. Okay, and it's a little bit too tight, but I will go here anyway. So now I will stick this needle in my mat, and I will take my other needle, and I will repeat what I did here. I will repeat it from this side, and I will be back to show you how to end your project. Okay, and I will finish my bracelet from the other side, and I will do this by taking 3 seed beads here and going through here, through those 3, and if you can, go one more time around these beads here. Okay, you can flip it to be easier and go around them like that, exit down there, and now you're in a position to make some knots and cut your thread. Okay, and you know how you make knots. Go through some beads, make a loop, go once or twice to that loop, make sure you're between 2 beads, and pull. Then repeat these several times and cut your thread. Okay, and when you're ready, cut your thread, and now repeat this with this side, and I will do this and I will be back to show you how to attach your clasp. Okay, and to attach your clasp, take a 2 pair of pliers, take a jump ring and open it up like that. Now take your bracelet, put your clasp on. Okay, sorry, camera focus, and put your clasp. And then take your jump ring and squeeze it with your pliers, squeeze it back, and now you have your clasp attached. Repeat this from the other side and your bracelet will be ready. Okay, and I repeated this step, and now my clasp is attached. Hey guys, and now my bracelet is ready. If you like it, it's a good idea to subscribe to see even more beautiful jewelries like this. If you want to support me and make me do more tutorials, please comment and share my content, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye from me.